We are live, my
The song
brother.
we're going to do right now was released on Christmas Day of 1967.
All right, Steve, we're live, brother.
We are, ain't we?
We're live in color. So, hey guys, this is T-Carp. Welcome to T-Carp's T-Man off the tailgate. Unfortunately, we're not off the tailgate today, but we're making this happen for the people. Steve, it's Florida week. Get fired up.
Boy, I tell you what, it's hard to get fired up.
Why is it hard to get fired up? What's up?
I had so much up here till I seen how we performed.
Oh my goodness, you ain't lying.
And I am concerned. Because I seen old times and old ways.
So let's go ahead and I mean, you're not one for slowing down. Let's get right into it. So how did you feel about that Austin Peay game?
Well, I was upset about it. And the reason being, you know, one thing wasn't even mentioned. I mean, we talked about wanting to get people in early.
Right.
But those guys that deserve playing time, there's only certain games
they can get in.
They can get in and get it. And when you have to take starters and prop them up the whole game, and they know that they could be doing better than what's going on the field, and they were supposed to be able to go in. I mean, running backs, wide receivers, tight end, just all the different ones.
Yeah, I get
I'm
what
not
you're
just
saying.
going quarterback. Oh, he wants quarter. No, the other people that got missed opportunity. And what would have happened? Just guessing. What would have happened if we went ahead and made those in? Anyhow, now what happens?
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I obviously everybody was not happy with the performance. No, nobody was. But here's what I do have to look at is Heupel probably called 6 or 7 plays.
He had no choice.
He did not.
I mean, it was no
wasn't
choice.
gonna. He ain't gonna show Florida nothing.
No. That's what people's wrong.
You think so?
Oh.
So okay. So tell me what you think.
The more plays he runs, the more time they have to work on it in practice.
Okay.
The more things you show is the more they have to work on in practice. If you run 3 trick plays and it's successful, guess what has to happen in practice?
I see where you're coming from. I personally think his philosophy, he's not going to show him anything, but that's just my philosophy.
He couldn't run the playbook.
You don't think he can run?
No, I mean he tried. Well, he went first 8 passes, 1 completion.
Well, who do you think? Did you watch any of that stuff?
I watched it. I went back and I watched it. I logged it. I had wrote down now. Listen, there were some that touched the receiver's hands.
Absolutely.
But you know, there's a stat out there that we want to talk about. That Milton has thrown 250 passes or whatever it is without interception.
Right.
They can't even catch it.
Right, the wide receivers can't even catch it.
I mean,
so,
the DBs can't even catch it.
So,
well, I know there was some that went by their ear hole.
Well, that's true. So it's no secret. You're not saying you're not a Milton fan, but you still don't buy it yet. You ain't fully bought in on it.
I'm saying that if you have to take games that I mean, we're not. If this was a sophomore,
right?
Okay, and he was a starting sophomore that had the experience of 1 year under his belt, then I could see giving some. But this guy is old. You know, he could not throw downfield. So only passes. I mean, it jumped the receiving. But you go back and look. I mean, anybody want to get mad at me about what I'm saying? Go look at the film.
Yeah.
He had to toss it 4 or 5, 6 yards to get a receiver. And my problem was some of those he could have made more yardage if he tucked it and run. And he tossed it, almost got people hurt.
Yeah.
Because he lit them up.
That's true. So there's going to have to be some cleaning up. But Tennessee did beat Austin Peay, went through there. How are you feeling about Florida week?
Well, we could go out and just blister them. I mean, hey, Milton said he don't get beat in Florida.
He doesn't. And I feel like there's some battered Vol syndrome going on with you.
Well, it's years we've been dealing
Right.
with this.
But here's the thing, like John Reed said today, all those people are gone. All those characters are done. Steve Spurrier ain't walking through that door, Steve.
Well, the problem is this. I have seen our nemesis.
Right.
I have seen that, well, the same way as we do Kentucky.
Right.
I mean, I have seen that we've had the best team. They're down. I mean, Shark guy,
Yeah.
whatever his name was, he shouldn't have won what he won.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have won the East.
Oh yes, I
I mean,
yes, but he did.
But he did.
Oh, Shark Humper, I can't remember his name, but yes, I get what you're saying. We'll see what happens. Here's my prediction. This is T-Carp's prediction. I think they were running a very slim playbook. They didn't want to show anything, and they were just going to basically just outman them. And what happened was okay, everybody and their brother knows that you're just going to run it right up A gap, so I'm going to send all 9 guys up the A gap just to do it. And it's fine. You know, Tennessee was like, finally, we'll call a different play. And I think it was extremely lackluster. Like the guys didn't want to be there.
What I seen was what I seen not Florida, but Vanderbilt last year.
Right, just
The first start without Hinton.
Yeah.
I seen that. They tried to do, now it was pouring down rain. That was the excuse. It was pouring down. It looked just like that rain game to me without the excuse of rain.
Right.
And you think they wanted, no. They run what they needed to run. They could run the ball. We run the ball. If somebody shuts us down on the run and lock up, and I mean, yeah, there was some that touched the receiver's hands.
Right.
They was going across and crossing instead of out here where you can catch it. It was an ear hole here, and it got to come back here. And if he had caught it, he was gonna get lit up.
Right.
He's gonna get lit up. A chance for a turnover. But it went by this ear hole and momentum. You try to run full speed one way and throw it behind you.
Well, here's what people had said about that. He's a five-star wide receiver. You gotta catch him. The wide receivers in the NFL catch him all day, so you've got to catch it. And I get both sides of it. It's not easy, but you are a 5-star athlete. You got to make plays.
Well, let me tell you something. Whenever they see Olay jump up and touch it, and they see this, it don't help your psyche. I mean, I tell you what, put it where they can touch it, where they catch it.
Right.
And you'll see most of those that would not dropped.
Okay, I agree there.
Coming back, coming back to catch the pass. Now, you think you jump out in front of a 109-mile-an-hour fastball running toward it, catch it.
Oh well, that's the thing.
Catch it.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult to catch a ball running toward the ball.
Yeah, you catch it.
Oh,
You catch it.
It ain't.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. So let's shift gears and go into Florida week. Florida hasn't shown me a thing. We may not be good, but they ain't good either.
I'm battered by Florida. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we had Peyton Manning. What happened?
I get it.
We had the best quarterback, and they put a wide receiver, a defensive back, starting quarterback. What happened?
Here's my only argument to that, Steve. It's 2023. They ain't coming. Peyton Manning's not coming through that door. Neither is
Jason Swain.
Neither is Tebow.
In 2003 was the last time we beat.
We're ending it. We're beating the Gators in the swamp. I'm calling it.
Oh,
we're going to do it.
There was no doubt in my mind if our offense had been what we should have been. If it had been clicking on all cylinders, if we'd come in and you make the biggest improvement from first game to the second game.
Right.
And then when you don't do that,
you really get worried.
I mean, I understand that a lot of things happened that didn't help the situation. I could blame the referees because they
weren't helping either.
There's a plenty of excuses, but when you have to take and shrink the playbook because your quarterback and receiver can't catch the ball.
Can't figure
now,
it out.
whoever that is. Now, I put blame at the receiver's hands,
right,
because the bottom line is you've got to be on the same page. And it's not fair for the guy that backs you up all week to not get to play a majority of a game that he should get to play. That is wrong.
Right. I see where you're coming from there. I see. We'll have to see. Do you think running game wise we're going to do anything down in Florida? Because usually, historically, the one who's got the most running yards wins game, and Tennessee has shown that they can put up 250 yards on Florida. But the question is for me is like, I think that, you know, like I keep saying it, Anthony Richardson ain't coming back, so he's not going to run around and throw the ball everywhere.
This ain't no slouch quarterback that we're playing. I mean, I'll tell you what, this quarterback is being underappreciated.
Okay.
And I watched him. He ain't no slouch.
So if we ain't playing the way we need to play, we're going to get roasted.
He's got very good potential of breaking out, because we've done that.
Well, yes, we have done. We have set someone's potential up high. Tennessee just needs to take care of business.
Now I'm hoping. I've got a lot of confidence in Heupel.
I do too.
But I really in our offense, and our defense is doing great.
They really are.
But let me tell you something. If you ain't got, I mean, you can take someone that, and we've seen with Georgia. Now Georgia ain't got what they had at quarterback. I mean, but you can take a walk-on that can get to the ball where it needs to be, can run the ball, and you can move offense because you're surrounded with good talent.
Right.
And I'm concerned about the running game.
Our running game or theirs?
Our quarterback running it.
Well, I think that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Like, I think Milton is going to run the football a lot. Well, I really, truly do.
There was some times that was broke down in the passing game that there was a lot of pasture in front of him.
And he didn't do it. Well, I think you'll see that. I think you'll see him take off around Florida.
And we would have seen that last year.
Right.
And there was times that you go to counting 1001, 1002. If you ain't getting rid of 1003,
take off.
Yeah. I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can count that 3, and if he holds on it past that,
he need to just run.
Well, and there was a lot of things I seen. I felt like we lost the game. I really and truly, it was a win,
but it felt like a loss.
Yeah, I have never been a part of a game and watched a game of all the stuff we've gone through, all the stuff we've lived through, that hurt me to the core, the way that game did.
Interesting. I know I didn't like it, and but I didn't take that much from it. But we'll see Florida. We'll know Florida. We'll know who we are. The Florida is that mirror. It tells you who you are.
That was a bad team we played. And I'm just telling you, we let them be in there
way too long. I agree.
And the playbook had disappeared. Now people say, why would you not? Why would you not want somebody to? That's what Spurrier did. All the great coaches made you worry about a play that they may never run again.
I see. I don't know. I've just always heard it's like you don't want to put this on film for them to know what's happening or what's coming next. So
why not?
Just because they'll know how to prepare for it.
What if I use that same scenario and run another play off of that?
That's true too.
So
It's just that psychology of these coaches.
Yeah, but I would rather have that. I would rather say, "Oh, I know what he's going to do," and me do something else off that.
It just depends on the psychology of Heupel. Heupel may think the way you think. He may think the way we I can't call Coach Heupel up. I'd like to, but I can't call him up and ask him what happened. But so with all that being said, what's your prediction for Florida?
But if we would played up to potential, I would expect to beat them 3 to 4 touchdowns.
Okay, so
but now,
the line is 6. So basically, Vegas says we should win by 6 points, by a touchdown.
The score will be on how quiet the crowd is.
Okay.
And how quiet the crowd will be is how we as the team of the players conduct the orchestra.
Yes, that's right. We can't let their emotions stick around. We gotta stomp them and stomp them early.
Yeah, and we have not. We have never. We have a very small. We've never seen our quarterback in a hostile environment.
Right. We haven't seen we've seen Hendon Hooker in a hostile environment. We have never seen Milton in a hostile environment.
I've seen him with a game on the line. I've seen him with a game on the line.
Oh no.
In fact, I witnessed that.
Oh God. Were you there?
I was there.
Oh my
I've
God.
seen him with the game on the line and in his hand. I seen what he did.
Yeah, and what he's talking about, if you don't know, is Ole Miss.
That was his 4th year as a quarterback.
Ole Miss. He's going out and he's got what 5? I don't know how many seconds left. And he just steps out of bounds. Game over. And it's like, what are you doing?
He threw a pass that should have been hero, and he should have caught. The guy should have caught it. It went right through his hands, his eye. It went through his hand. The other one wasn't even close. And then he tried to do a run play off of it, and he run into the back, run into him, and almost fumbled it. And then he had one play.
Yeah, he got one play.
One play. I mean, he ain't gonna get 2 plays. You're gonna throw it to the end zone, or if you run it, you gotta take it in.
Yeah.
And we run it till we get to there's 3 or 4 coming on me, and we stripped outside. And just, I mean, so I've seen.
You saw it with your own eyes what happened.
Yeah, and he wasn't now.
So
He had been a starter.
Right. The question is do you think
I
it
don't
doesn't
know.
seem like he's
I don't know.
cerebral there?
I don't know.
So
I mean, I think eye candy wise, beats anything I ever seen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Looks like Tarzan. Golly.
I mean, the best I ever seen. But when you get, I think it would drive a good coach nuts.
Oh, I bet. So, with all that being said, how you feel? Like, what's your score prediction for the game? What's your prediction? I know we're dealing with battered ball syndrome bad here.
Right now, know what should happen?
Yes.
What I think will happen from what I've seen in the past, we'll get beat by a field goal.
We'll get beat by a field goal. Okay, so you're saying, so what's your score prediction? So we're getting beat by a field goal, 27. Do you think they scored, or they think they scored in the 30s?
I'll say it'd be like something like 17 to 20 or 21.
So you're saying, so they're going to beat by a field goal, so probably 24, 21 or something like that.
Somewhere like that. That's
where you're feeling okay, and that's okay. That's where we're honest with each other.
I'm going to tell you, last year we had them at home, okay?
Yep.
And we had them at home, and the game was in hand. And Hinton, Hooker was quarterback.
Right.
He run all over them. Richardson run all over the place. But we had them. All we got to do is close it out. They had the last play throw to the end zone that fell
Thank
short.
Jesus.
We had a 5-point lead,
I get what you're saying.
and that was home.
But we don't have the defense we do now.
No, but
We don't have that defense. So I
don't know why. I don't know why. But until
you do it.
And I understand these players,
Right.
you know, a lot of them hadn't played them. I don't know why, but there's a lot of Kentucky players never played. They had the best team in the world.
Well,
I mean, and they're best, and we was awful.
Well, and we just beat the dogs on it.
And I don't know why that is. I don't.
Well, my prediction for Florida is I'm saying we win, and I'm saying 35-21. So I'm saying
that's what should happen.
I think that's where we're at.
That's talent-wise, that should happen.
That beats the spread. That's all that. That's where I'm thinking.
Talent-wise, that should happen.
And you know what? And we want to hear what you guys think. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let us know where you think. Let us know. Are you kind of on my side where you're like, hey, I'm feeling a little good about this? Or you? And I've talked to many people, and they feel the same way Steve does. Man, I don't know. I don't think we're that good. We'll kind of see.
We're that good, but we're one man short of being that great.
Steve's already calling for a second-string quarterback.
I know. No. I don't think he's ready either.
Right.
But it does not take, as Georgia showed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I mean, they let a 5-star go to Ohio State. They allowed 5-stars to sit on the bench because this guy was not going to make a mistake. He was going to get it in the hands of. Had
won 2 national championships.
Right.
What can you say about him?
So, you know, ain't too many people.
Right.
I mean, I really truly, and I know this is a spring game.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, number 13 outballed.
Oh, there it is. The 3rd-string quarterback. He's calling it. All right, guys. We love you. This has been the Off the Tailgate Florida week. We'll be with you next week to talk about it. Hopefully the Vols win. Leave us your score prediction. Again, we love you. Like, subscribe, and share. I can't even say that. Like, subscribe, and share. For T-Carp, this is T-Man.
Ow! Go Vols!